I apologize to Catherine. I thought they were going to make me read that tongue-twisting scripture in Acts 2, so sorry about that. But as a redeeming, it really loses something after a couple 100,000 years or something about what they were saying. I would like to read a portion of that in the Christy Ramsey paraphrase edition, very popular among a very few people. Here it is, the list of nations in Acts 2, Christy Ramsey edition. Now there were devout Americans from every side under heaven living in Reno. And at this sound the crowd gathered and was bewildered because each one heard them speaking in the native language of each. Amazed and astonished, they asked, "Are not all these speakings from St. John's? And how is it that we hear, each of us, in our own native language? The Kingdom of Hawaii, the Paiute Nation, the residents of Palestine, the Federation of Planets, and the Confederacy, Me Too, and Magna, Black Lives Matter, Planned Parenthood, and the Supreme Court, Snopes, the VFW, and those belonging to QAnon, and visitors from Ukraine, both Ukrainian and Russian. In our own languages, we hear them speaking about God's deeds of power, and all were amazed and perplexed, saying to one another, 'What does this mean?' But others sneered and said, 'They are filled with new wine.'" It's hard to be amazed. The bumper sticker sermon, I do this for those of you that don't want to listen but want to be able to say something when someone says, "What was the sermon about?" So this is your thing, saying it's hard to be amazed. So just go with that. It's hard to be amazed. On the banks of Lake Erie in Sandusky, Ohio, there is a park called Cedar Point. Has anyone heard about Cedar Point? We got, oh, Barry! What, do you know the nickname of Cedar Point? It's the Amazement Park. It is a park for amazement. I have gone to Cedar Point for over 40 years. Haven't gone there recently. I've gone with different people. I've gone with friends and dates, and family, with school trips, with my own children, with my parents, my uncles and aunts and cousins, to the Amazement Park. It's amazing because they call it, there's the East Coast, the West Coast. They call theirs on Lake Erie the roller coast because they have roller coasters. And I've ridden roller coasters with all sorts of people. One of them has passed away recently, my friend from high school, John Freitag. John, you're amazing in a strange way. That guy wanted to go to Cedar Point. And he didn't have anybody go, and I said, I guess I'll go. So we went. And he paid, and we went all over, and we went. He goes, I'll go on any ride you want. I don't care. I said, all right. So I went on all the roller coasters. And John says, that's fine. They really don't do anything for me. And John Freitag, I kid you not, everybody's riding a roller coaster. We're going, ah, and all this, And John Freitag's in the front car, sitting next to me, going like this. He goes, it just doesn't do anything for me. I don't see the big attraction, but whatever. I just like being here. All right, John. That was one way to be amazed at the Amazement Park. Just say, I don't know what's going on. I don't see the big deal. I don't know why everybody's all excited. I'm just enduring. I just need to be here. John Freitag. Perplexed. What's going on? And then there was my poor mother. God rest my mom's passed dead. Every year, we were really difficult. There was 4 boys and my poor mother. We were very difficult. But every year, we managed to talk her into going on the double Ferris wheel. This is not just one Ferris wheel, but it's a Ferris wheel that has a Ferris wheel on top, and then at one time they switch, and the top goes to the bottom. She hated it, but we talked her into it every year. We promised we'd be good, and we never were. We were awful. We would get up there and we start rocking the thing, and that wasn't enough. And she couldn't hit us because she was holding on with a death grip on that roller bar. Stop it, she said. And we go, hey, Rick, is that a loose bullet over there? Oh my gosh, it just fell out. Uh-oh, I don't think this can stay. Stop it, you guys. She was terrified. And then it was when I went with my brothers later on when we were growing up, and we were the most annoying people on the roller coaster. There's racing roller coasters, and we would get into it like it was a real race. We would trash talk the other one. Some of us would be on one, some of the others. We go, oh, Blue, you're going to lose so bad. And we would just yell, and everybody look at us, and we'd be yelling at each other and cheering on our team. Come on, Blue. And we'd go up the hill, and we start screaming at the top of our voice. We'd be saying, paddle, everybody paddle faster. And we'd be banging our feet on the roller coaster. Come on, baby, we got to beat Red. And we would go up there, and we would have the greatest time. I don't know about the poor people in front of us. They might have had a little hearing problem, but... And we would just scream, and we would yell, and we would know where the cameras were, and we'd put on funny faces, and we were amazed. What have you done on your roller coaster the last couple years? Huh? How have you ridden it? Are you like my friend John Freitag, who, wasn't really perplexed, but just denied it all? Nothing's really happening. This is just a little bit off-balance temporarily. Nothing's really changed. It's all fake. It's fake news. It's not really going on. He might have been one of the QAnon persons. Goes, what you see isn't really happening. There's no really difference here. Nothing's different in the country, in the nation, in the spirit. Were you like that? That, I'm just going to endure it. I just have to show up. All these other people are going crazy. I just have to be here. Were you like that? Because your roller coaster is much better than other people's roller coasters. I don't know if you bought roller coaster design, but usually they have big hills and swoops and all that. And then right at the end, they have this big boot at the end. A little high. You're almost done. You got that with Helen leaving. Boy. That was an unexpected turn in the roller coaster of life, wasn't it? I have to give references. I get to give references. That there's 2 other stated clerks here. And there's this clique that we call each other. And we say, what about this person? Pinky swear, don't lie. Should I let him into the Presbyterian? Should I trust him with one of the churches? And we call each other. And we give a little check on each other to make sure that it's okay. I gave a 1-word reference for Helen. 1 word. And it was enough. The exec calls me up. Says, I'm calling you to do a reference check. I started breathing slow, holding my breath. Want to see if this is okay for a minister to take a church in our presbytery? I go, get on. Come on. Goes, Helen Hutchinson. And I said, crap! And he said, oh, that's all I need. Yeah, that's fine, we're good. We just had a little talk after that. That's all I knew. I lost her. I bet maybe some of you had the same. experience on that roller coaster. Am I allowed to say crap at St. John's? I'll find out later. People will tell me it's a great thing. Were you like that? And now that she's gone and the pandemic is mostly kind of gone, where are you? Are you amazed? Are you perplexed? Are you scoffing? Are you like my brothers on the roller coaster? Are you like my mom, terrified? Or are you like my friend John Freitag, denying it all? What are you? That's not real. Nothing's changed. We don't have to look at ourselves. We don't have to check out on a mission study. We don't have to figure out why people leave and why they come back. We don't have to figure out what's changed last night. No. They're filled with new wine. They're just drunk when they say things are different. Or are you perplexed? Are you saying, when is this going to get back to normal? When does this happen? I am tired of all this crazy stuff. I want to be back to normal. I'm perplexed why things aren't the way they've always should be, have been, only can be. Perplexed. Why are these people so uppity? Why do they say Black Lives Matter? Shut up. All lives matter. Shut up. What's going on? What's this Me Too about women? You can't even talk to women anymore. They all want to talk about their microaggressions, all the stuff they tell you about. You know what's the funnest thing? Take a look at one of those lists, what women should do to prevent sexual assault. I won't say the R word here because I already said crap. So, what to do with preventing it. You've seen those lists? You know, walk with a buddy, stay with lights, have the key in your... I don't know what you do with the wireless fob. I don't think that works anymore. But, you know, do the keys, make sure you do this, go out with a friend, watch your drink, Where is the list for men? Amen. Men, how to prevent sexual assault. 1, don't assault women. Amen. Huh? Where's that list? Number 2, if you're thinking about assaulting a woman, call a friend and have them talk you out of it. But no. We're all perplexed. Why can't we go back to normal? When we could just assault women, you know, just a little light assault, just a little bit of discrimination, a little bit of it's just a joke. The Me Too came along out of the pandemic and we were amazed, perplexed, or denying. It's not so bad being a woman. Have you seen Twitter? You probably haven't, let me tell you. Did you know there's because of regulation and because of we only take formula in our own nation and all this other stuff, there's a shortage of infant formula. You'd be amazed how many men are on Twitter telling women about breastfeeding. It's amazing how many experts on breastfeeding are actually men. I would not have guessed. And how many women didn't know about it until the men tell them. Oh, what to do? Women put up with this all the time. You amazed? Are you perplexed? Or you deny it doesn't happen? Oh, there's no problem. Women could just breastfeed. Oh, it's no problem. Women just have to take a joke. Oh, it's nothing. It's fake news. You know, that's what some of this first period of the first with the Spirit. Fake news. They're drunk. Yeah, all those disciples, they're spirit actors. They're not really in the Spirit. They're just acting that. Flames, paper mache. I know it. Saw it on YouTube. All about there. Amazed, perplexed, denied. Perplexed. When are things getting back to normal? When are we going to go back to the synagogue? When are we going to go back to the temple? When are we going to stop all this Christian stuff? When are we going to go back fishing? And stop all this crazy stuff. When are things going to get back to normal? I'll give you that. Women don't want to go back to normal. I'll give you another thing too. Black Lives Matter. If that's political, then your politics is white supremacy. There, I said that. I might have a couple Sundays free later on this year. We'll see. Black Lives Matter is only political if your politics is white supremacy. So don't tell me he went political on me. I'll tell you, black people don't want to get back to normal. They don't want to get back to normal when they wonder whether they're going to die when they get a traffic stop. Have you ever thought about how that feels? If I make the wrong, if I scare someone, I could get killed for scaring someone. Or black skin is seen as a weapon. Oh, some of you are saying that doesn't happen. They just have to behave. They're filled with new wine. Some of you saying, why is he talking about all this stuff? Can't we get back to the normal stuff where things are long ago and far away in the sermons? And some of you are amazed, saying, what does this mean? Some of you are on that roller coaster saying, let's go, pedal, 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 this is great. Wonderful things are coming. Don't waste a good crisis. You've got double crisis to have fun with. One, the pandemic crisis, and the one, crisis of a pastor leaving. You can ignore them. You can wish them away. You can say, let's get back to normal right away. Let's just hire another employee to give us a sermon that doesn't talk about anything that impacts our daily lives, unlike that Christy guy. Let's do that. Or you could be amazed and say to one another, what does this mean? What's going on here? What is God doing? I got elected clerk at the March 2020 Presbyterian meeting. And the next Sunday, every church in the Presbytery was closed. Great start, Christy. Way to go. If you had told me that every church in the Presbytery, every pastor is going to become a televangelist in the next month, I would say you're crazy. That's not going to happen. If you told me every church member here is going to be homebound, I said, what are you talking about? We got to have services. There's a little church up the hill, Sue knows it. It's called Virginia City. Now, don't tell them I was talking about them. So I was there before Sue as an interim for like, I don't know, a year and a half or something. 2017, I was there. And they are very traditional. They still have the gas lights hooked up in case the electricity turns out to be a passing fad. You never know. And it's fine. They're good people. They help each other. They have a good time. And, they just who they are. So I go up there. Sue says, can you sub for me? I come on up, and I go up there, and I'm looking around. They've got some beautiful stained glass windows. Have you all noticed that it's always sunny in Reno Sanctuary? Have you noticed that? All your stained glass are all lit up. Elaine didn't know that's light bulbs back there. She didn't know that. I thought I should tell you. Anyhow, they've got stained glass, and they depend on the sun to shine, but the sun is shining usually. And they have a great, glorious one in the back that you can see from the pulpit. It's got to be 10, 12 feet big, 10, 12 feet up. It's beautiful, Oh, if you want to see some wonderful pastels, go up to Virginia City. So I'm up there, and I can't see the stained glass. And I look at that, and they had a curtain over it. How many people have seen curtains over stained glass in the church? They had, and not just, a little wispy curtain, I'm talking drapes. I'm talking black velvet blackout curtains. They had it clear across. And I thought, well, that's different. Amazed, perplexed, or confused? Which one? Amazed, perplexed, or scoffing? Am I going to deny it's there? That's not really true? Or Am I going to be perplexed? When are we getting that back to normal, or am I going to be amazed? I was going to be amazed. I was going to be amazed. And when I'm amazed, hey, that was, the curtain. That's something. Yep. We had to put the curtain over the stained glass. It was putting a glare on the TV screen up front. Jesus barred the door. It's the rapture. We covered up the stained glass so you could see the TV at Virginia City. Who would have thought such a thing? And they didn't run her out of town. She left voluntarily, by the way, in case you're wondering. They were, and we all got to be homebound. We all got to be televangelists, masters got to be, and we all got to be homebound. Are we going to throw that away? Are we going to say, whoosh, glad that's over? Glad that's gone. Don't have to be homebound anymore. What about the people that can't come? What about the people that have trouble coming? What about the people gone? What about Ray? Hope he's looking. What about them? Are we going to forget about them? Go back to normal? Saying, oh, that wasn't nothing. We shouldn't have done anything. That didn't need it. Fake news. Wasn't a big deal having a homebound. Are we going to say, thank God we're back to normal? We're all perplexed. When are we going to get everything back to normal? I'm glad you guys did it. Some churches, I'm watching, some churches pack up all their cameras and throw it away. And forget about the people who can't be there every Sunday. And waste that crisis. I'm glad St. John's did not waste that. It said, you know what? We can reach out beyond the walls of the sanctuary. We know how to do it. We're halfway there. Let's get all the way there. And you guys did it, so yay. And it goes beyond that. Some of you tried to shake my hand. God bless you all for trying. I decided I'm not shaking hands anymore. I put up with it for 50 years. I've got arthritis. It hurts me to shake hands. And I put up with it for 50 years because it's just too hard. People get upset. But with the pandemic, I don't have to shake hands anymore. I don't have to go home after Sunday with my right hand throbbing. It's a silly thing, but you know what else? I don't like hugs. I don't like hugs from people I don't know for like 30, 40, 50 years. And you don't have to hear about that. I pay someone to listen twice a month. Don't worry about it. I don't like hugs. With the pandemic, guess what? I don't have to hug. I can still come to church and not be hugged. And I'm a pastor. I got some privileges. Whoa, I got privileges. Just think about the people here that would like to come to church, would like to worship God, would like to hear the choir and the organ and see the always sunny stained glass and be with you all, but they just can't stand being touched by strangers. That they don't. And think about, I hear women that may be a little on the pretty side get a lot more hugs than others, and they may not always appreciate it. Well, what are you going to do? You can deny it. You can say, not a big deal, fake news, QAnon, I know everything, I got it all here, don't worry about it. Or it can be perplexed, you're just being politically correct. We're going to get back to normal of 1950. God was done with the world in 1950. Everything else has gone downhill since then. It was perfection in 1950. Another word for politically correct is compassionate. Compassion. Every time someone says you're just being politically correct, you mean compassionate? Considering and taking into account the feelings and experience of others? You're accusing me of being compassionate? Well, I'll take that. Thank you very much. I don't know why you have to invent new words for words that we already have. You don't have to invent politically correct. We already had a good word called compassion. Are we going to be amazed? Are we going to say, what an amazing opportunity. We've redone worship. We've redone what it means to be a part of this community. We've redone what you have to do to be a part of us. Now it's wide open. What does this mean? Who do we want to bring us into the next chapter of this new kind of being together and worshiping God? And it's not both and. It's not, he said, she said, the black people said this and the white people said this. No, it's not both and. It's not choosing a side. It's choosing as Peter did. God's side. Not left or right, black or white, male or female, but God. What is God doing here? Not what the liberals are doing, what the progressives are doing, not what the conservatives are doing. What is God doing? How is God speaking to us in this room, in this moment, in this time, on this roller coaster? What is God's side? Friends, I encourage you, much as I miss and admire my friend John Freitag, don't be like him and deny that anything has changed, that anything is different, that anything is going on. And much as I love my mother, don't be scared, so scared when you're out there flying without any support. And people are telling you, oh, things are scary out here. Don't hold on with a death grip to what was and wait to get back on the solid ground where you can deny that you, at it for a time, were flying. Be like me and my brothers on our best days, when we were in on the roller coasters, screaming and yelling in joy for the crazy ride that was coming, and telling everyone, pedal faster! Listen to one another. But most importantly, listen to God. Amen.